This guided meditation is designed to help you connect with the Scorpio season. Scorpio is all about digging to the depths of our darkness and maybe the things that we don't always want to look at. And so this guided meditation will be guiding you to face a little bit more of your shadows, the parts of you that you don't typically pay attention to, that may require a little bit more attention, that may require a little bit more healing, and we'll be bringing these shadow aspects of ourselves back into the light to feel more whole and connected and more healed. So get yourself in a comfortable position, whatever works best for you, either sitting in a chair or on the ground, or if you're more comfortable laying down, that's okay too. Whatever works for you. Wherever you feel you can kind of decontract and release and relax a little bit. Feel your muscles kind of letting go of any tension in your shoulders, in your neck, and also in the rest of your body, like in your legs, your feet, in your hips, your torso, your back. Really just allowing your body to kind of relax and release, and maybe just melt into the ground below you. Begin to take a few deep breaths, inhaling in through your nose and filling your whole body and your chest with the energizing fresh air. And then release out of your mouth and let go of any excess that is not working for you. Energy that's just not jiving. Energy that might not be yours. Energy that feels like this excessive pressure on your body that comes through in tension. Really letting go of any attachments. Feeling your body just get lighter and lighter with every breath, and with every breath out, seeing these worries, stresses, expectations, other people's energies, things that aren't serving you, floating further and further away into the distance with every breath out. Reconnecting you to your body, your muscles, your bones, your organs, your mind, your soul. See that excess releasing and moving out of your body. You might see it as a fog or a smoke, or you might see it steaming out of your skin. Whatever it is, see it with every breath, moving further and further away from you. All of this unnecessary baggage and energy. And reach deep within you at your core, in your heart center, and connect to that. Connect to your truest essence, your natural rhythm, your true being. Like a funnel reaching deep, deep within yourself. Feel your breath slowing down a little bit. Your body relaxing, releasing the tension. Feeling your body being a little less dense, a little less tense, and more light and bright. It almost feels like it could float. It's so weightless. Now, visualize your body being filled by a golden liquid, a golden bright energy, serving as a protection and connection to yourself, a grounding and a centering. A stillness. See it filling, starting at the bottom of your feet, at your toes, glowing, this golden, bright, warm, liquid energy, filling your feet, moving up to your ankles, flowing up your calves, your knees, your shins, feeling your body getting warmer. You might feel a tingling sensation as your body gets filled with this beautiful, unconditional love, protective energy. Moving up your thighs, your pelvis and your hips, up to your torso, your abdomen, your chest, your shoulders, your arms, elbows, wrists, hands, and fingers. Feel the warmth filling your body with every inch of your muscles, your organs, and your bones, protecting you in comfort and giving you a coziness, a connection to yourself, to your core, your soul and your spirit, beyond any expectations or stresses or worries. Moving up your neck and your throat, starting to fill your head at your chin, up to your mouth, your lips, your nose, up to your eyes, your forehead, the top of your head, and all the way the back of your head. Filling you totally and completely with this golden bright light, this warmth, this connection, this comfort. Your truest being, your core, your soul, your spirit. Feeling the weightlessness of your body, you begin to float floating up towards the sky, moving further and further up, getting closer and closer to clouds, floating, weightless, with no worries and no expectations, feeling a full sense of being in your stillness and your calm, quiet, the most authentic version of you. Floating through the clouds, fluffy and just as weightless as you, moving slowly with ease, flowing with the wind as it whispers against your skin. This light and bright feeling, embracing it fully, embodying it, sensing it, tasting it, feeling it. Seeing things from a different perspective, a different view, a higher view. When you're ready, you can begin to float down back to earth, where you will find a well. The bricks, as most wells, are in a circle formation around the well. You approach it, walking towards it, and you look down to see the bottom. This is where your shadows may be right now, the parts of you that you buried long ago, that you didn't really want to look at, that maybe you're ashamed of, that maybe you're afraid of, that make you feel a deep sadness so you don't want to see them. These deeper, darker emotions and parts of ourselves living in this darkness and this shadow state. The reality of this is, though, that our shadows don't want to be there as much as we don't. They are also trying to get out into the light. We may not always perceive it this way because they approach us in ways that hurt us without really knowing. But they often are buried in this darkness that doesn't allow them to really see the light and to come to us in ways that are approachable. You might be able to see the bottom of this well. There's actually no water at the bottom here. It leads to a tunnel where your shadows live. You can see flickering lights at the bottom, but it still feels very dark, a place that doesn't get much sunlight. Taking a deep breath. When you're ready, you can begin to make your way down this well. Floating down or walking down, whatever works for you. Remembering that you are fully connected to yourself, that you are protected, and that you are filled with this golden, warm liquid that leaves you connected to your core self beyond any stresses and worries, that sees things from a higher perspective, a higher consciousness, knowing that you are ready to face, and knowing that your shadows just require a little empathy, a little love, holding their hand and knowing that they're not trying to be mean, that they're not trying to bring us down. They're parts of us that don't want to be down there as much as we don't. And so we're going to be bringing them out into the light and merging them with us to become even more whole and more connected. We have no reason to be scared. We have the strength and the awareness to do this. We have the light on our side. You land at the bottom of this well, and you see a door at the end of this tunnel. There may be multiple doors in this tunnel representing different shadow aspects of yourself, the parts of you that are unburied, the parts of you that you locked away, the pain, the sorrow, the wounds, the sadness, the anger, the resentment, frustration, all of these things that we have all done. We've all buried parts of ourselves because we didn't know how to deal with them. There may be multiple doors, and that's okay. We're just going to open one for today. You begin to walk down the hall, approaching the first door. Look at this door. Observe its characteristics. What color is it? What does it look like? Is it made out of wood? Or is it clear? What energy are you getting from this? This could be some indication for part of the feelings that lay in this area of your shadows, of your unburied parts of yourself. Taking a deep breath, you prepare yourself to open this door and to be open to anything that might be coming through, what you might see, the hurt you might feel, the pain, but really just allowing yourself to be open to this and remembering that you are connected to yourself, to the light, to your core, to your soul and spirit, and that you're here to give a helping hand to your shadow. You might see a child version of you, your inner child, or you might see an adult version of you or a teenage version of you at a specific moment in time where you were wounded, where you were hurt, and you didn't know what to do about it. You didn't know how to deal with it. Having empathy for that part of you, listening to what they have to say, and giving them love, holding their hand, giving them the biggest hug that you possibly can, showing them unconditional love that they've never been shown before. Knowing that this is an important part of you, and this doesn't mean that you're broken. It's just something, a part of you that requires more love and more attention, that requires empathy and unconditional protection, a part of you that can no longer be left behind. When you're ready, walk into this room and see this shadow or this previous part of yourself and give it all the love you can. Listening to it, being open to it, and healing it. These parts of you might be really sad. They might be wailing and crying uncontrollably. They might be really mad and angry, not necessarily at you, but at a situation or a specific moment in time. They might be grieving something. Really open yourself up to listening to this unburied part of you. Give them all the love that you can and that they deserve, because they're ultimately a part of you, and this healing will help you feel more whole and become more connected to yourself. After this encounter, we will be bringing them back into the light. But for now, stay open, have a conversation with them if you can, and pour love into them. grabbing this part of you, the shadow part of you, unburied part of you, grabbing their hand and leading them back towards the tunnel outside of this dark room that they've been locked in for so long. Leading them back to the tunnel and walking them back towards the bottom of the well. Floating yourself and this part of you back up the well, or walking back up the well, whichever way works for you. Making your way back into the light, into the vibrant, colorful, beautiful life that you live. Bringing your shadow with you and shining this light as you make your way up out of this well. The sun shedding its light on the shadow part of you, quickly shifting it from a dark energy to one of light, of brightness, of love. Seeing the shift in this shadow part of yourself and how grateful they are that you came and got them and are bringing them back into the light, because they didn't want to be there either. They didn't want to be in the darkness. Taking a deep breath, begin to embrace your shadow that is now light, giving it the biggest hug, the most love, the most empathy. And see it merge into your own body. Feeling the depths of wholeness that this provides you. A layer of grief or sadness or anger that was always unexplainable to you, now incorporated and healed. Now, this isn't to say that your shadow will never go back into that darkness. Because it was placed there for so long, there is a chance that it will try to go back, just because that's what it's used to. And it'll be important to be mindful of when your shadow is trying to do that, so that you can remember to bring it back into the light, just like you're doing right now. And eventually it'll get so used to the light that it won't want to go back there. Floating your way back up into the sky with the clouds, moving with ease. The wind whisking your skin, feeling more whole and complete. Floating in this deep blue sky. You begin to make your way back to your physical body, your physical reality. Back into your room, where you're sitting or laying. ready to integrate all of this into your physical form. All of this amazing healing process that you just went through. The amount of compassion and empathy and love you just poured into yourself is so beautiful. Integrating this energy first into your heart center. You might feel like a little jolt or a little burst at your heart as the energy pulses through your body. This is a deep change to be processing. It's really beautiful, but it's very deep. Your body feeling more of its muscles and more whole, more connected to its soul and spirit. Another level up. Integrating into the rest of your body, your shoulders, your arms, your elbows, wrists, hands, and fingers. Flowing all the way down to your torso, your abdomen, your hips, and your pelvis. All the way down your legs, your knees, your shins, calves, and ankles. And all the way down to your heels, your feet, and your toes. You might feel a tingling sensation or just a warmth embodying and engulfing your body after this healing process. This awareness, this love and compassion for yourself, empathy, so important. And shifting, merging with your throat and your neck, your shoulders, flowing all the way up to your head, your lips, your nose, your mouth, your jaw, your ears, your eyes, eyebrows, forehead, the back of your head, and all the way to the top. Fully incorporating this beautiful healing energy. With greater understanding for our shadows, those unburied parts of ourselves, the parts that we ignore. Bringing those back into the light whenever we need to, because we have the capacity to do it. Taking a deep breath, feeling this full, vibrant energy. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes.